Okay, now we're back. It's been about 5 minutes and I've been kneading this. You'll notice that it's much smoother. It has a much more even texture. And you want to basically knead it until, some people always have trouble when I say this, but you want it to be soft and warm like a baby's bottom. If you've ever given a baby a bath and they put their hands around you and you sort of like do the little patty on their bottom, that's what we're talking about. Because you want it to be soft and like that. Notice it's not sticky anymore, and I've been able to roll it around. Add flour as you need so that it's nice and smooth. Once you have that, and so I have a nice smooth even texture, so I want it to be smooth, elastic, and like I said, soft like a baby's bottom. I'm going to pat it out into a circle about the size of my hand to get all the bubbles out. And then what I'm going to do, now you can, if you want to, you can let this rise first, and what I mean by rise is it's also called proofing. You can allow this to expand and then punch it down and knead it out just a little bit more and let it rise a second time. Or if you want to, you can just pull in the sides like this. I'm just going to allow mine to rise once this time. And then what I do is I turn it over so that the seam is on the back, and I pull that all together. And so I have a nice smooth top. I don't know what that is, so we'll get rid of it. And it has this nice smooth on the top of my loaf. I'm going to be putting this in my pie pan that we have. You can shape it into other loaves if you want, but I like to just put it in. This is my basic loaf, and I just set it in there so it's going to be nice and round. And then you can, if you want to, you can bake it right away. It will be fine. It'll just be more dense. I'm going to let this rise for about an hour, bake it, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I showed you the picture of what it looked like before it went in the oven. It's just come out. It was at 350 for about 40 minutes. You can check it anytime after half an hour. You can also, if you want, because it cooks that long, if you just put it in the oven while the oven is cold and allow it to preheat, you can do that. And then once it's done, you can tell because it's nice and brown on the top, and it also sounds hollow when you thump it. And then when I pull it out, it has this nice brown color on the bottom. So here it is. When you cut bread, you want it so that it is, you want to let it cool before you slice it. And the reason you do that is so that that way it doesn't gum together. Sometimes people, when bread is gummy, they think, oh, it's that it's not done all the way, but it actually isn't. It just hasn't had a chance for the structure to stay together. If you want to, you can glaze this with butter if you want, or just leave it as it is, and it's a nice, like I said, crusty loaf of bread. And this is your basic, and we'll talk about some variations next time.